I want to know from you. So you're doing the ball scene and RuPaul's Drag Race more so in the drag scene.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to audition, or did you audition?
I did audition. I wanted to audition for season 2, but I was like focused on getting my mom situated and taken care of. And I knew I wouldn't be able to focus on both of those. So I waited till season 3, and I had a very strong sense that I would get on the first time auditioning, because I knew nobody else had my background. I know all the players in ballroom, so I knew, and especially with a lot of Rue's catchphrases and her referencing Paris is Burning, I knew that she would immediately like click with that, and so I really didn't have a doubt that I was going to get it. And so I was like, girl, but I think everybody should feel that way about themselves.
Yeah.
So, and then when I got the call, I kind of like,
where were you?
I was like, I was with one of my friends, two of my friends, Shannon Balenciaga, who was on Legendary season 2, and then my friend Shane Tomlinson, who passed in Pulse. They were both with me, and I was just like, girl, hold on real quick. I'm supposed to be by myself. And so we were at some restaurant in Atlanta, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you so serious? I was like having to act surprised, but I was like, okay, let's get this process started. But I had already started getting stuff made the minute I turned my tape in.
I want to read a quote that you had.
Exposed.
It was after your time on season 3, and an interviewer asked you, did you learn anything from the other drag performers on the show? And you responded, you know what? I really didn't. I've always hung around older people, and the drag community was not much different from my regular life. And I've gravitated towards people who are polished.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still stand by that?
Absolutely. The people from my upbringing, the people that I studied were Raquel Lord, Stasha Sanchez, Jasmine Bonet, Nicole of Dupree, Naisha Dupree, like pretty much the cast of in Atlanta at the track show, and there was no comparison.
Yeah.
There really wasn't. And so it was like everything that I had learned before I had gotten there had gotten me ready for that point. Mm-hmm. I don't think there was anybody I could really take notes from when it came to like pulling myself together. Now, I have since gained a respect for some of the other girls' skill sets and talents, but at that moment in time, no.
I was laughing so hard when I read that. Literally, I was like, I thought you were going to give a pageant answer. And I was like, no.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have to give a shout out because it's the longest running show in Atlanta, and it's the Stars of the Century.
Give the shout out to your camera.
Oh, shout out to Stars of the Century. If y'all are in Atlanta and y'all want to see some fabulous drag, sickening drag, it can't be touched. So check them out. They're at the Heretic every Monday.
Oh, Miss Heretic.
Yeah.
So many places.
Oh, looping back around, that was where my first performance was.
Was really?
At the Heretic. It was for a closet ball pageant.
Okay.
And ironically enough, Nicole Page Brooks won.
Stop.
Yes. That was my first pageant. You had to come out, do a performance, have gown. And then I think there was something else that we had to do. And it was cute. My sister went with me and my drag grandmother was with me. And it was a good time. Then we went to tracks afterwards.
You get off of RuPaul's Drag Race. In the episode, something controversial happened. And it's been talked about quite a bit on the Reddit forums.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Your lipstick mirror message was erased.
It was. Yeah.
Why do you think that was? Because you said congratulations, Raja, right?
Mm-hmm. I actually said congratulations, Raja, on the runway. As soon as I turned around, I was walking away and looked at her and I was like, congratulations, Raja. Everybody was gagged. But of course, they cut the audio. And then I was just like, y'all like to play games? Let's play games.
So you meant it as she was going to win.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people saw it.
Uh-huh. It's the production as well. It's the production. And so I didn't come from that. So I didn't really get it at the time. And if you'll note it, like that's how Mug for Days like caught on. Everybody was like, Mug, what else did she write? Because if you remember, I never really said Mug for Days
Yeah.
throughout the show, but that became like infamous.
Another thing that happened after Drag Race was you were on Drag U.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember those days?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Just from Drag U season 2 and Drag U season 3, like just the accommodations for the professors had changed so much.
How did the food change? Did the food change at all?
Oh, drastically. See, when we were during season 3, we would come back into the workroom after doing interviews or something. And there would just be like room temperature El Pollo Loco styrofoam trays on the workroom table. And it's just like, okay, there you go. Figure it out. And now we actually have like catering services. I would go in there and I'm like, I know I smell salmon somewhere and it's not in these fucking styrofoam trays. Where is the food? And I even get triggered anytime somebody's like, oh, do y'all want to order El Pollo Loco? No, not at all.
You know, that's pretty funny because I think every single girl from season 2 or 3 has said that they had the El Pollo Loco curse. Like it was just El Pollo Loco out the ass.
I don't get it. I'm like, I don't know who on the production staff was like, you know what these girls are really going to like? Room temperature chicken and beans. That's going to really get them going. They're going to give us the great television we need to make this last for 20 seasons.
It's so good.
But the good thing was we had real bottles of Absolute on set.
That's what, when I had Raja here a couple of weeks ago, she said that it was like a whole thing where sometimes you guys would steal bottles of Absolute from the Interior Illusion. You got caught?
Okay, so we were just like, because production's like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll get you some more drinks. Just keep filming. Then, an hour later, 2 hours later, we still don't have like a refresh. So it was just like, girl, hold on. That's a real bottle of vodka. So the other girls, the notorious fight during season 3, the other girls thought they was going to be able to drink like I drank.
Mm-hmm.
I can drink mine straight.
Mm-hmm.
The other girls got a little loopy. And so, they were just like, so from that point, the alcohol consumption was limited. But we were like sticking it in the couches and like sticking it under the couches. And then one day they went into into one of the lounges to rearrange for like one of the challenges. And girl, they found all the bottles we were like tucking away. And we were like, stop. We went in there and when they were like, taking us to the challenge. And then we went in there and we saw everything moved. We were like, oh, Miss Thing, they clocked our bottles. It out. Yeah. So from then on out, it was just like water in I know it's so much tease, but sorry, girls that came after us.